Good morning. Good morning. How are you? It's Caroline from Complete Fitness and Wellbeing with your 5 moves in 5 minutes from our class that we'll be holding very, very shortly at 8:30. Today's 5 moves are from our balance and strength class. So we're using this class to work on particular moves every week so that we can practice them and see week to week how we're progressing or whether we're staying at a certain level or whether we need to progress in movement. And then we add different movements in to challenge the balance and strength and to build up our whole, balance and awareness for the whole body. So if you're going to join in, please make sure you're feeling fit and well. Good morning. And that if you need anything close by to hold on to for balance, you have it to hand, because we're all at different stages for our balance, what feels right and what support we need. So it's always okay to have something close to hand to help with that. The aim is that we're just constantly bringing our awareness to our balance, encouraging it, increasing it, so that if we need it, it's there for us, to prevent that fall, that trip. The body is ready to act because it knows how to do so. So, and as always, clear safe space. We don't want any additional hazards that might contribute to our balance or lack of. I'm going to start off today, 45 seconds, but I want to just become aware. What are my hips doing? Legs, ankles and toes. So timer on, feet hip width apart, and I'm just going into sort of like hula hoops or gentle circles. My knees are soft, they're not bent and they're not locked out, and my hips are just rotating round and round. Now it could be a big circle, small circle, but what I'd like to pay attention to as well is, how do my ankles feel? How does that movement through my ankles feel? What is it doing? Are they moving quite freely? Does my foot feel comfortable on the floor? Or are they quite rigid? Not much movement. Because again, for our balance, for our walking, to be able to stop, change direction, our feet need to be flexible. The joints, we want them working well. So as well as mobilising the hips for the top of the leg to work well, we want the ankles to as well. So just more observation, really, just noticing, how does that feel? From here, I'm going to come into a single leg balance position. So my left leg is going to stay still. I'm going to raise my right leg up roughly 90 degrees, and then I'm going to pretend I'm flicking something. Not a football particularly, because at this flick effort, it wouldn't go very far, but I'm just bending and flexing my leg. And again, balance-wise, my left leg is doing the work while my right leg is moving. And again, you might want something to hold on to. If bringing that knee up 90 degrees wasn't comfortable at all, again, we could just have it lower, and then we could still flex and move at the knee. We're still creating that balance. And see, actually it's harder if my leg lower down. My left foot is comfortable, grounded, and I was getting that movement through my knee joint and my foot too. From here, same principle, I'll use my left leg as my working leg. I'm going to bring my left leg up to 90 degrees, and then from my hips, so from the top of the leg bone and the hip socket, I'm going to wiggle. So I'm mobilising that joint. My knee's not moving, it might look like it is, but the movement is coming from here. Now again, if that movement here holding it wasn't comfy, we could bring that knee down and have the foot facing behind and wiggle that way. We're still getting that movement in that hip socket, that rotation, so that we can move forward and back, rotate, hinge, with good mobility, the top of the leg and those hips. And again, my right leg is having to work quite hard. Might not look it, but the toes, I can feel them working, stabilising the whole time. Lovely. Then from here, we're going to go into, which one was it? Yeah, arm and leg swings. So again, creating momentum now with this. So my left leg is going to stay still. My right leg is going to swing back and forth, mindful that I've got the floor underneath me. And then I'm going to add my arms as well. So my left leg is really having to stabilise all of me, while my upper body and my right side of my lower body create movement and challenge my balance. And again, we want our shoulders, our arms to have good movement as well, so that when we need them to contribute towards our balance. They can. And again, just go at your own level as well. Arms fully up, fully down, might not be comfortable. So again, always adjusting. And as always, you're only ever doing what feels right for you and your health and well-being. And last move, one of our regulars that we do every week, is our tiptoe bend lower. So again, we're coming up onto the toes. How do they feel? Are they comfortable? Can we gently splay the toes out? Can we then bend the knees, push the hips back, lower the heels down, straighten? So tiptoe, bend, lower, straighten. And then with this, we're just literally using all the joints, toes, ankles, knees, hips, and we can see how they all move. Do we get the range we want? If not, how does it feel? What do we feel we might be a bit stuck on? What's not moving well? There's always lots we can do to work on all these areas, but it's just nice to take your time just to notice and to see, how things feel in certain positions. So there we go, a snippet from 5 moves in 5 minutes from our balance class today. We'll be adding some more movement, and also take into account how we're feeling today, because our balance can vary moment to moment. We might have done something brilliantly last week and we come back to do it today and we're sort of like, what's happened? It's gone. So take into account your environment, how you're feeling, what's going on in your body as well. But as long as we're always mindful, we're practicing and working on it, it's all going to be all right. Any other thoughts? I'd love to know. Let me know how your balance is, and if you'd like to join us for a class or have a chat further, then get in touch and I'll speak to you then. On that note, have a super day, great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye. Let's see if I can turn it off.